When the New Orleans Saints drafted Pat Swilling in the third round out of Georgia Tech in 1986, they thought he would be a good, solid player in the NFL. Little did they know that Swilling would become the very best at what he did. As an outside linebacker, Swilling was the fastest, quickest pass rusher off the corner in the NFL. His speed was particularly accentuated playing indoors on the artificial turf of the Superdome. Swilling became part of the very best linebacking core in NFL history, joining the trio of Rickey Jackson, Vaughan Johnson, and Sam Mills, who came to be known as the vaunted Dome Patrol. It was a name that struck fear in opponents. The Dome Patrol terrorized opposing offenses for 7 straight seasons. Swilling played in 107 games with New Orleans and recorded 10 or more sacks 5 times. In 1989, he had 16.5 sacks. In 1990, Swilling had a career-best 63 tackles, including 11 sacks. Then came the special season of 1991. The Saints captured their first ever division title, winning the NFC West over the vaunted San Francisco 49ers. Swilling was a primary force in the success of the team. Swilling led the NFL with 17 sacks, recording 60 tackles and forced 6 fumbles on his way to being named Associated Press NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Swilling was named first-team All-Pro in 1991 and 92 and made 4 consecutive Pro Bowls from 1989 through 92. In his final season in New Orleans, Swilling recorded 10.5 sacks. What makes his tenure special was that the Dome Patrol and Swilling were an integral part of the first winning season ever in 1987, in the first era of success in the history of the New Orleans Saints. Swilling started on the first 4 playoff teams in Saints history in 1987, 90, 91, and 92. Then Saints head coach Jim Mora remembered what Swilling meant to the Saints. "Pat was an excellent player for us," Mora said. "And he was a great all-around player who really excelled as a pass rusher. He was one of the very best during his time in the league." Swilling finished his stint in New Orleans with 76.5 sacks, which is third in franchise history behind Rickey Jackson's 115 and Wayne Martin's 82.5 sacks. Pat forced 24 fumbles and recovered 7 fumbles in his 7 seasons with New Orleans. Following his tenure with the Saints, Swilling spent 2 years in Detroit and 3 in Oakland. He had 107.5 career sacks, tallied 6 interceptions, and forced 36 fumbles. In 2000, Swilling was inducted into the Saints Hall of Fame. He went into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame in 2007, and 2 years later, in 2009, Swilling was elected to the College Football Hall of Fame. Pat has lived in New Orleans since his retirement. Let's welcome to the All-State Sugar Bowl's Greater New Orleans Hall of Fame class of 2019, New Orleans Saints and Dome Patrol legend, Pat Swilling.